Hey everyone, it's Geraint with a little update to my Dragonknight Tanking Build, the Blockade. As you can see, my gear coloring and stuff has a little bit changed because I'm now fully geared, and I'm gonna show you a little changes that I made and what my gear looks like now and how my champion system points are allocated now, because it's a little bit different than the build that I posted on Tamriel Foundry. I'm also updating my post there. It's just some little additions that I put in to make the tanking even a little more easier. So let's get into it. On the equipment side, I now have a full Bloodspawn set. The helmet is not like I wanted, it's still sturdy, and I really would like to have it like medium if possible, but it doesn't really matter. I crafted my Histbark set in that way that I can pretty much switch out the gear, so it's not really a problem anymore. So let's see what I have. Like I mentioned, the Bloodspawn I have now complete. Then I have the 5 Histbark set. It's the chest and the graves and the belt and weapon and shield. So for the build, like before, I'm using maces, but of course you can change to sword or whatnot. Sword may not be that bad. I will explain a little bit later, because I also made another tanking build which features swords, so I'll come to that later. And the rest is footmen. I have now I'm now using footman boots instead of the shield, because it's a little bit better with the Histbark, I think. So I have footman, the 3 jewelries, and the boots, and the gauntlets. So except for maybe a better trade on the helmet, I'm pretty much confident with that build now. I also want to mention that I have 2 versions of the Locket of the Footman that I sometimes switch out. It depends on how the group setup is DPS wise and so. So for example, for City of Ash Veteran, I'm using a Locket of the Footman which I have enchanted with flame resistance. So if you check, I replaced one shield play enchantment, or I didn't replace it, I use what the normal one is for shield play and the other one is for flame resistance. Other than that, I also changed a little bit on the champion point allocation. So compared to my post, I still use the majority of my points in the block expertise, but I stopped at 30, and I now level up spell shield a bit, so I'm going for I think 10, and then I will do like 5 more and then 1 here, so I like to even them out a little bit, but still with block expertise always more. So far I don't really saw much difference if I choose 25 or 30, but I basically made the build to get to 30 first for phase, and then I started to put in spell shield now, and that's a new one compared to my previous, or to the post that I made when I started thinking about the build. So I'm now and I put 10 points into Elemental Defender to get the spell absorption bonus, which basically is when I take damage from Flame, Frost, Shock, Magic, Earth or Oblivion that is 30% of my maximum health, I get Magicka back, because as you know, in the build that I'm using, I really have very low Magicka, so if I don't use any food, my magicka is around 9k, so it really helps if I get a high damage, like from, I don't know, in the Sanctum of Video trial from the Manticora or something like that, then it really helps, or from the image from the Serpent, and it really helps to regenerate some mana. And still nothing in the Lord. The tower, I think it's pretty much like I mentioned in my build setup. I just put in some points into Magician to get my magicka spell cost reduction. Currently what I'm planning is to go like on 20, then put it on 5 or something, and then maybe 25, and then put it on 10. So I don't really want to have more than 10 currently. So I will most likely be at like 30, 10, and then I will see how it goes. Most likely it depends how the situation then is in game. So far it's working good that way. And here I also changed a little bit, I think, to my post. I think I said to put all in Mooncalf, but again, I don't really see much difference between 30 and 25, so I thought I give more to Magicka Recovery also. So I have at least 5 here now, and since I only put it to 30 to get Synergizer and I won't put anything in, that's how it stays for a long time, I guess. So I have 25 in Mooncalf and 5 in Arcanist to get a little bit of Magicka Recovery too. Again, nothing in the Shadow, don't really need it for tanking. Same for the Apprentice and the Mage constellation. There is, for me, nothing really that focuses on tanking that much. Like I mentioned in my post, pretty much everything from the Mage is not really built for tanks, except for that last stand thing, but that's like 120 points, and yeah. So again, I'm staying on the Atronach with all my points, currently 49. I have 24 in Blade Expert and 25 in Heavy Weapon Expert. Why? It's like I mentioned before, I'm also testing currently another build which focuses on swords, one-hand swords. That's because it's using set items, and that set only has a sword in it, and that's why I have it split up. It's not really making too much difference, so yeah, that will be 25, 25, and then I'll just split up the points till I get the passive stun here. Yeah, that's pretty much it, I would say. So that was a little update on my build, and yeah, thanks for watching. And like I mentioned, I'm also featuring another build now that is not so mainstream, and it's called Ultimate. If you want, you can take a look on YouTube. I'll put the link in, and maybe you liked it too, and leave some comments. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.